save $2,000 as fast as possible and then pay off your credit card debt. You have to start by saving a little bit of money because the majority of America does not have $1,000 saved up to protect them against an emergency, and 3/4 of Americans do not have $2,000 saved up. That means anytime something bad happens, you get pulled over for speeding, your kid gets sick, something happens to your car, you now have to go into credit card debt to fix that problem. So you try to take a step forward and then you take 3 steps backwards. So to stop that, you have to save $2,000 as fast as possible. This is not all the money you're going to save. This is just the start. And then you need to pay off your credit card debt. And the reason why is because when you have credit card debt, it is like trying to climb a mountain with 2,000 pounds of chain strapped to your legs. You're trying to go upwards and build your wealth, but you're being pulled back every step you take. Let me show you the power of this. Let's assume that I give you $8,400 today, and this is the only money you ever invest. You invest this $8,400 into the markets today, and you never invest another penny again for the rest of your life. And let's assume that you are a good investor. You can average a 25% return a year on your investments, and you invest your money for 40 years. But remember, you're never investing another penny. You only invest the $8,400. Well, after those 40 years, your $8,400 is going to grow not to $1 million, not to $5 million, not to $10 million, not to $50 million, but to $60 million, which is a lot more than the $1 million goal that we set here. And you're going to say, well, Jaspreet, well, how do I get the $8,400? And number 2, where am I supposed to get these 25% returns? Well, you'll see how you can find this $8,400, but do you know who's getting these 25% returns year after year after year after year? Amex, Visa, MasterCard, Discover, because this is the average APR that these credit card companies are charging you. This is why you need to pay off your credit card debt as fast as possible. I call this the financial danger zone. If you don't have at least $2,000 saved up, if you don't have any credit card debt, you should not be going out to eat at restaurants, you should not be going on vacation, and you should not have a Netflix subscription. Now, I didn't say that this was going to be easy, but this does work. And the reason why I say you should not have a Netflix subscription isn't so you save $15 a month. It's because the average American is watching more than 2 hours of TV a day. In fact, it's closer to 3 hours of TV a day. That's time that you could be using to earn more money. It's time that you could be using to learn about how to make more money. It's time you could be using and learning how you can build a new career. It's time that you can be using to build yourself instead of just sitting there letting your brain cells die in front of the stupid box called the TV. So, if you are in the financial danger zone, you got to make some serious sacrifices, because until you get past this, you can never build any real wealth, and you're just making everybody else rich, because guess who's getting this interest? It's the credit card companies, which is why they get to fly in private jets, and it's why you are struggling paying your bills. So if you want to fix that, you got to get serious about this problem. Step number 2 is create a system for your money. Now that you're out of the financial danger zone, you can actually use your income, whether it's from your job or your business, to make you wealthy instead of just making everybody else rich. But here's the mistake that so many people make. You go to work, you go to your business, and you get paid, and then you go and you spend money, and then you wonder where all your money went. And if there's any money left over, you will save and invest some of that. But what every wealthy person does is they save and invest their money first, and then they spend whatever's left. See the difference? It's creating a system so you have money to save and invest, and then you spend based off of what's left instead of saving and investing what's first. And this is where you need to create a system for your money. And a very simple rule of thumb that you can follow is something like 75, 15, 10, which says for every dollar that you earn from here on out, 75 cents is the maximum that you are allowed to spend. 15 cents is the minimum that you are going to invest, and 10 cents are the minimum that you're going to save. This way, whether you're making 10 grand a year or $10 million a year, you're always putting your money aside to save and invest before you spend all of your money. But here's how you actually make this work. Because what many people will try to do is they'll say, all right, I make $100, I put the $100 in my checking account, and you go to the store and you see this nice little sweater on sale, and it's $92 plus tax is $99, but you have $100 in your bank account, and now you forget how much money you're supposed to save and invest, so you now go out and spend all 99 of those dollars on the sweater, even though money was supposed to be put aside for your saving and investment. So here's what you need to do. You need to open up 3 different bank accounts. Most banks will allow you to do this for free. If your bank charges you money to do this, get a new bank. And now what's gonna happen is when your money gets deposited into your checkings account, your bank account, this is your spendings money. But then you want to have an automatic withdrawal that's gonna put money into this bank account, holding your investment money, and then you can have an automatic withdrawal, putting this money into your savings money. This way now there's a shield. That shield is a different bank account. That way you don't accidentally spend your investment money on a sweater. You don't accidentally spend your savings money on a TV. This is savings there to protect you against an emergency. This is how you become wealthy, your investment money, and this is what you live off of. When you have a system like this, now you actually have a plan to become wealthy, because the reality is you don't become wealthy by having a whole bunch of nice stuff. You might look like you're rich because you have a BMW, you have a Rolex, you have all these fancy things, but that's really just making everybody else rich, and it keeps you poor. Your savings are not going to make you rich, because your savings are going to lose value to inflation, and this isn't your parents' and grandparents' generation where you can just save your way to wealth. It doesn't work like that. Your investments are what is going to make you wealthy. So you want to be aggressive here. You want to invest more than you're saving. Now, I do want to let you know, for those of you that are investors or want to become investors, I have a free investing masterclass that I just put together where I walk you through how you can start investing your money and find investment opportunities before the crowd. I'll show you the research and systems that my firm uses to find investment opportunities. It's a completely free masterclass. So if you're interested in investing, or you are an investor and you want to find better investment opportunities, I invite you to watch this masterclass for free. All you have to do is register. I have the link for you down in the description below. And when you join the masterclass, you'll also get signed up for Market Briefs, which is my free newsletter for investors. If you enjoyed this clip and you want to continue your financial education journey, I have another video that I think you'll love. All you got to do is click that button right over there. And for those of you who want to stay up to date on the top finance and business news, you can join Market Briefs, my free financial newsletter, by clicking that button below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.